giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I am in Mauritius. I don't know if there's going to be sound interference because I am sitting outside and people have just started coming to the pool. But I am on my honeymoon and I thought it would be a perfect time to do a reading vlog. So we're actually having our first day today, like a first full day. We arrived yesterday, but it was a travel day and it was a horrible travel day, which I will get into later. But let me give you my reading list. The book I'm currently reading is Enchantra by Kaylie Smith, and this is the second book to, what's the first one called? I can't remember now. What is it called? I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen, but yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of sound interruption. Anyway, I am 16% through it now, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not loving it. It is in third person, and I'm not sure if the first book was written like that, but I loved the first book and I gave it a 4-star. But this one is like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not loving it. But I did bring 2 other books with me, and unfortunately this is going to be another continuing series because I did bring Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. I've been so excited to read this book, but I've been putting it off to do in a reading vlog. That's why I thought this would be perfect. So this is the third book in the Magnolia Parks universe by Jessa Hastings, and I'm very excited to get to this. If I'm really not enjoying Enchantra, I think I might pick that up. And then I also brought a little mystery because it's not a holiday without a mystery book. So we got Bad Blood by Lynn Barnes, and this is the final book in the Natural series. So I am very excited for this. So this is going to be more of like a vlog style, but I won't talk that much. That's why I am getting super nervous because there's so many people around me and looking at me and at the pool. I'll show you a little view in a second, but yeah. It's my first time vlogging like outside and I just need to do it. My now husband, because I am married, is inside lying on the bed waiting for me to finish. But yeah, hopefully this will be a good vlog. But yeah, wish me luck. So yeah, I will update you guys when I have a little bit more to say about Enchantra. I think maybe when we hit the 50% mark, but for now, like I said, I'm not enjoying it. It is supposed to be like super like spicy and stuff, but just the third person writing is not doing it for me right now. But yeah, there's a bunch of kids just walking by now. I'll give you a room tour a little bit later as well when our room's been serviced because it's a mess right now. So also I wanted to just, like I said, I'll tell you later about the travel day. Yesterday was a very long day because we started traveling the day before that on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Yeah, we flew at we were meant to leave at 11:30 at night. We ended up leaving at 12:30. No, we got delayed for an hour. So we were meant to leave at 12:30 and we only ended up taking off at just after 1 a.m. and then landed at my time would have been 4:30 in the morning, but it was 6:30 here, something like that. So I didn't really sleep. And we drank loads of champagne before I flew, so that was a mistake. And then yesterday I just felt super rough, tired and hungry, and yeah, so it was a little bit of a write-off. We just had dinner and then went straight to bed. So yeah, it wasn't a great first day of honeymoon, but I think today will be good. It's a bit windy here today, but it's still nice and warm. Might do some water sports, and I'll try and get as much as possible on video. I don't know how the sound quality is going to be, so just excuse that for this clip. I'll see you guys in a bit. everybody. Sorry I can't fit exactly in the frame, but I'm just in the room quickly because, oh my gosh, a huge bumblebee tried to attack me, and I ended up ducking and rolling and just rolling off my sunbed into some gravel, so my knee's all cut up. So I just ran back to the room and it hasn't been made up yet. But I thought I'd do a quick check-in because I've just reached 50% in Phantasma. I'm on Enchantra, and I'm on chapter 23. So it's taken me a long time to read. I'm just finding it very dull. Like, I've really loved the first book, which was Phantasma and the 9 levels of hell and all of that. But I'm finding Genevieve to be really insufferable. She's really annoying and she's like a know-it-all, but she doesn't know anything, but she's trying to act like she knows everything, and she's overly cocky, and I don't know. I'm not loving it, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna give it another maybe 10%, and then maybe soft DNF. I know I said that yesterday, but like, I'm not a quitter. I'm not hating it that much, but I'm also not loving it that much. This one, like I said, the Phantasma followed her sister Ophelia, and she entered the game Phantasma, 9 levels of hell, and it was 9 different games. So this one, Enchantra, is also like a game, but it's with a family of like rats. I think they're called rats. So they're half demon, half but they're immortal, and they're called the Silvers. And she found a letter in her mom's stuff after her mom passed away, and she's had correspondence with this guy named Barrington Silver. So she goes to Italy under the guise that she needs some time away, and obviously Ophelia okayed it, but Ophelia doesn't know that she's going to go and source out these people. Yeah, she accidentally enters into another game run by demons. She didn't know, but she was very like stubborn and annoying. So she enters these games, and it's between 7 siblings, and it's called The Hunt. So in The Hunt, I assume the aim of that is to kill everybody in the game and be the last person surviving. So she ends up marrying one of the siblings in order to be part of the games, otherwise she'll be killed on sight. So that's kind of where it's going, but she's so defiant and like seriously annoying that I'm not really loving it. So yeah, sorry, I sound a bit scattered because my knee is freaking throbbing and it's bleeding so much. That's all I have to say for now, but I'll update you guys when I'm a bit further and see how I feel. But for now, I'm not loving it. I think I might start, I know I said I wanted to start Magnolia Parks, but I'm kind of feeling that mystery, Bad Blood. I think I might enjoy that a little bit more. I'm gonna go back outside to my husband and keep reading, and hopefully the pain in my knee goes away. Maybe I should have a couple of beverages. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Hi everybody, this is a little bit of a awkward spot, but I thought I'd just change it up a little bit. I'm just sitting in a little armchair, and sorry if you can see too much. I just came back from the pool to do a quick check-in because I haven't checked in with you guys for about a day and a bit, I think. Yeah, I didn't check in yesterday at all, but I finished Phantasma finally, and it wasn't my favorite. And I keep saying Phantasma, I just realized Enchantra. I preferred Phantasma for sure. I just thought that it was, I don't know, the story was written better, and I think this one was a bit rushed. Like, I felt like the story was very verbose. Like, it was just too many words and too many descriptions, and I felt like I just wanted to know, and I think I felt like this in Phantasma as well. I just wanted to know what these levels were instead of like the scenery, if that makes sense. Like, they didn't go into too much details in the games and what the game actually entailed. They didn't explain every level really well. Like, I just felt like, yeah, it wasn't as well written. So I'm gonna give it a 3-star. As I said, it follows Ophelia's sister, Genevieve. She's very naive. I wouldn't say naive is even the right word. She's just like a know-it-all, and unfortunately the vibe just wasn't for me. I did like the main male character, to be honest with you. I thought that he was quite a strong character, and I felt like she softened him a little bit, and then in return he kind of made her a little bit wiser and a little bit more observant, you know, because she's very quick and very quick to anger. She gets offended really easily, so I think they balanced each other out very nicely. But I'm jabbering on. I just realized I'm like also looking outside, so sorry. I do that quite often when I'm trying to think of what to say. I'm like watching the scenery outside. But yeah, so that's just my opinion. I didn't love it, so I didn't hate it either. Towards the end, I did like speed through it. I'm not like skim, but it went faster than the beginning. The first 50% of the book wasn't my favorite, but the last bit I really did enjoy, so 3-star. 3-star, I would still recommend, but it wasn't my favorite. I realized as well that it was now going to be a trilogy, where I originally thought it was just going to be a duology, but it looks like there's another one coming out, and I guess we'll have to see who that's about, but I'm not sure if I'll read that. So then I started Bad Blood yesterday, and I'm actually quite far in. My book is ruined because I've been reading in the pool and swimming and stuff. I'm on page 210, chapter 36. So this is the easiest book series to read. It is very quick. It is pretty concise, if I can say so myself. However, this book specifically is a little bit more slow, if I could say it like that. Like, things aren't really happening, and other events have been thrown in to kind of mislead you away from the case. And I don't know if that was intentional or if it was just to kind of engage and just give you a little bit more of our characters. So Bad Blood is actually a continuation of All In. I didn't realize it because the first two books, were separate cases, like completely new. Somehow everything is always linked, but it was like a new kind of side to things, or a new case and a new introduction to characters. But this one is following the exact same case because it wasn't fully solved in All In. I am enjoying it again, but nothing in the series gives me like 5-star feels, and I think it's because it is young adult. But in this book, like I said, it continues with the serial killer in All In, which is the book before this one. This is the final book, and it's linked to Cassie, who is our main female character. And somehow, I don't know, there's all links to the first case in the first book. It's interesting, but I just feel like it's banging on for a little bit too long, and I kind of just want there to be a little bit of headway. But I know that in real investigations that doesn't happen. You don't just open a case and solve it immediately. So they're doing a bit of a runaround. It's heavily affecting Cassie in this. She is, I think she's a good character. I really do. Her and Dean's relationship, I feel, has taken a back seat in the last couple of books. Like, she's kind of pushing everybody away because she doesn't want them involved in whatever's happening at the moment. And the case with her mom is kind of affecting everything else. I don't know if that makes sense. But so far, like I said, I am enjoying I am enjoying it. But yeah, it's just going a little bit slower than I would have liked, since all the other books were pretty fast-paced. Feels like a 4-star. I think the whole series is a 4-star. But yeah, today is our second last day in Mauritius. So we have tomorrow and then a little bit of Tuesday, because we check out at 11, but our flight's only like in the afternoon. So we'll have some time then as well. But I think I just want to finish this if I can today and maybe start Magnolia tomorrow. But we have like a special honeymoon dinner tonight, so I don't know if I'll have time to finish this today, but I'm going to try my best at least to finish like the actual book, because there is a novella at the end, if you didn't know, and it's called 12, and it's quite a few pages as well. I think it's about 100 pages, and it's all the way at the end there. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully I will either close out this video tomorrow or maybe even when I get home to South Africa. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, so far it's been a fun time. Like, we haven't really done much because it is our honeymoon and I literally just wanted to relax. I told my husband now that I didn't really want to do anything because before the wedding I was very, very stressed, like leading up to the wedding especially, and I had all like in-laws and his friends here and it was loads of entertaining, and then the wedding on top of that, and it was just a lot. So we were going to book like a couple of tours and like stuff like that, but honestly all I've wanted to do is have a cocktail and like lie down next to the pool. So that's kind of what we've done. They do have a spa here as well, but spa treatments are like ridiculously expensive. So we have free access to like the hammam and the sauna, and there's like a special pool there and a jacuzzi, so we've been doing that. And then there's this big pool in front of our apartment. There's another pool just over the building and another pool. But we've mostly just been spending our time in the pool and in the sun. And yeah, it's been great. Super, super, super relaxing. Unfortunately, the entertainment at this resort isn't great. So they have like a live band almost every night, but the bands aren't great. I'm not gonna lie. Not that I'm a great singer, but it's kind of like karaoke vibes, which for me is cringe. Like, I get secondhand embarrassment really, really easily. So it's just been so cringe. So every night after dinner, we've come back here, sat on the balcony, played some cards, or I just read my book and my husband watches like the football or something. So it's been super, super relaxed, and I think I really needed it because things are going to get real after this. Obviously, with us getting married and getting my visa together and moving to the same country, it's going to be intense. So I think we just needed this break. But I've been talking for 8 minutes now, so I am going to shoot off and read, and I'll let you guys know where I get up to. I try to get my husband in the videos, but he's pretty much also just trying to relax. So yeah, I've just come up to the room while he's down there. I can actually see him from here. So yeah, let me show you. I said I was going to do a tour of the room. It's a little bit of a mess, so ignore. It's not as big as I thought it was going to be. Like, you know how it is in pictures and stuff when they do their websites. I also just realized I haven't worn any makeup, not once in this video. So anyway, I'll show you what it looks like. So that is the outside. I've shown you that before. And then you walk in, we have this whole thing and a TV, bed. There's drinks in all our toiletries, my insulin. There's a fridge in here. And that's the little armchair I was sitting in over there, and bathroom. There's a his and hers sink, which is great. We have a bath, sorry about my bikini over there, a shower and a toilet, and massive wardrobe, but that's about it. So yeah, I will speak to you guys later on or when I finish the book. Hello everybody, long time no speak. I feel like I'm doing an intro, but this is actually an outro. I got back from honeymoon exactly a week ago. Today's Tuesday and I got back last Tuesday, but like really late at night. We arrived home at like, I want to say 11 p.m, 11:30. So it was quite late, and we just took the week to like relax and unwind because I don't know, like coming back from honeymoon, we were actually just as tired as when we got there after all the wedding festivities. The dishwasher's going off to alert me that it's done. But I didn't end up telling you guys what I thought of Bad Blood, so I finished it. Obviously, I also did read the novella called 12 at the end, and I really loved the series. I really did. It's very entertaining, very fast paced. I love the main character. The romance is actually not at all romancing. Like if I had to give it like a rating, it would be like 1 star for romance because there wasn't a lot of it, in all honesty. It mainly focuses on the cases, and as I said before, this is a continuation of the third book called All all in, and it is Cassie trying to figure out what happened to her mother, which is kind of the theme of the entire book series. Like I said, it's like Criminal Minds, Lie to Me, a lot of like crime and investigation shows put together, but in a more YA, like comprehensible way. So yeah, it was very, very interesting. I enjoyed my time. I read it pretty quickly. I was just by the pool having cocktails and devouring this book. It's very easy, like I said, to understand and to follow. And yeah, it was a bit frustrating, like in the middle. I'm pretty sure I said that in my initial like check-ins, because it just felt like we were going round and round in circles and not achieving anything. And it was throwing me off a little bit, and I just ended up like skimming a little bit. But ultimately I gave this a 4-star, and I'm really happy with the series as a whole. It's a 4-star series. It is YA, so it's not for everyone, but I really enjoyed my time. Then on our last night, I think it was, I started, well, I was gonna say Daisy hates Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. I didn't put in a lot of B-roll of this because like I said, I started it on our last night because I just had like a nice little bath, and then I was utterly obsessed. And when I got to the airport the next day, I probably got to page 200 and I just couldn't put this book down. I'm really a Magnolia and BJ fan here. Like honestly, I support them, but like yeah, I back their story more than I do with Daisy. And I have the next book, The Great Undoing, Daisy hates, so I'm really looking forward to completing the series. This ending, the ending, oh my gosh, I really regret not buying the second book, because I think I went like 3 days ago. I was trying to find Fearless, but I couldn't find it in any bookstores. But then I was like, oh, I might as well just pick up Daisy Hates because I don't have the complete series. Should have got it, but I wanted to get Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, but then I don't know, I just was like, maybe I'll pick it up like after I finish Daisy Hates. But after finishing this book, I should have picked it up, because now I'm so curious as to what happened, like, and how anything is going to evolve after that, because it's a lot. It's very, very, very traumatic. The things that these two have been through together, a lot of people didn't know, and obviously we didn't know in the first book either, all the trauma and all the trauma bonding that they had formed through this, and their behaviors. It's all explained in this, and people were right. Like, just wait until you get to this book. If you don't really like the series so far, just wait, because it does get better, and it's so emotional. I cried a couple times during it, and it just made me feel. I can't really tell you what the book is about, but it is a continuation of BJ and Magnolia's story. But like I said, I can't say too much because it is a continuation, and it will give spoilers as to where it led to after the first book. But yeah, good. I gave this a 4.5, and I'm so happy I read it, and I can't wait to continue the series. The only thing is, I don't know why they changed the covers. These covers are lame. They're stupid in my opinion, where the other covers are so creative and artistic. Like, they should have just kept them. So I have the first 2 books in the original covers, and then these in the new like mass published versions. I don't like them. I don't. But the rest of my series is all going to be these, because unfortunately that's the only covers I could find. And as you know, if you watch any other content creator, you'll know that everybody searched high and low for the original covers, and they're really expensive right now. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can find them in the UK, get my boyfriend to go invest. My boyfriend, it's still weird. He's my husband. We just got off a honeymoon. But yeah, I think I might go and get him to investigate. But yeah, that is all the books I read basically on honeymoon. The second one, I mean the last one I started on honeymoon but ended up finishing here. But still, I absolutely enjoyed it. And like I said, this is Nocticadia right now, but it was Enchantra that I read before. Unfortunately, that was a 3-star for me. It just didn't hit as well as Phantasma did. I just felt like it was very verbose and unnecessary details put in there that I didn't want to know. I like to know about the games and trials and stuff like that. For me, that's the interesting part. And yeah, I like the ending though. I would still recommend the series. I think there's another book. I don't know who it's going to follow, but we'll have to wait and see for that. But that's everything, like I said, that I read on honeymoon. I hope that you guys do consider liking this video as well as subscribing, because I'd love to have you back for my next video. Please also push the little bell icon so you get notifications every time I upload. And other than that, I'll see you guys very soon for my next reading vlog. Actually, very soon. I'm going to start it like after this.